another episode of Fight Cold Podcast. To my right, I got the man of the hour. He's about to get glazed like a donut, Nick Tarabochia.
What's up, guys?
And to his left, his mother, Darcy.
Hi.
On this episode, we're going to do something a little bit different that I haven't really seen done before. We're just going to get like the mother's perspective on the general lay of what you've grown to know of the sport and the growth throughout the duration that he's been rocking with us. You know, it's been slightly over about a year and a half now. Within the year and a half time, we've accumulated a record of 5-2, right? Which is a great record. It's a winning record. With that record, we were able to secure a pretty big fight. We got a fight out in Las Vegas, Nevada next week. Right now it's Sunday. Nick flies out first thing in the morning, and he'll be in Vegas doing his thing, cutting the last few pounds on this week, carrying into weigh-ins on Thursday, and we're gonna fight Friday. So world title fight, tough enough. UFC Fight Pass. Oh man, dude, pretty sick. I mean, with that being said, like, how do you feel about that alone? Like, that's a lot right there. You know, you got to see him come into a sport with literally zero background in combat sports. He played football and has some athleticism and athletic background, but this is vastly different than that. You know, I'd imagine like the nerves and everything like that are a bit different. Watching your son get involved in.
Well, high school he's a quarterback, so he's pretty protected, you know. And then one day he's like, "I'm gonna fight."
Mm.
Oh. All right, you know, and then he does, and I'm like, oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, pretty hard to watch somebody try to kick your son in the head.
Yeah.
But the first time that happened, I was just like, I think I actually held on to the people that were behind me to hold me up while he was getting kicked.
Yeah.
But, you know, he trains hard, so...
Yeah, that I can attest to, for sure, yeah.
So, my pattern is I come in and watch him train a little bit before the fight, and then we get ready to go.
Yeah. Has that brought that a little more ease to the situation for you?
Yeah, because he gets better every camp.
Yeah.
You know, he gets better every camp.
Yeah, he does.
That
is the goal.
Game.
Yeah.
I think somewhere you had to kind of know that sooner or later I'd probably do it because I've always loved it.
Yeah.
I've always been a huge fan watching mixed martial arts and not so much kickboxing, but even K1 before I even knew what I was watching. I remember I caught wind to Alistair Overeem and I was like, this dude's a fucking beast, dude. And then through that found K1 and stuff.
Ubereem. Back then, dude. That was Ubereem, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. What was he like growing up?
Yeah, what was I like growing up?
He's a comedian. He's a funny guy. He would like deflect his punishment, so I could never like really get upset with him. He always would like flip my words back around on me, and I would just be like, this is a waste of time. Just go away. But he always, he's always been athletic. He's always been good at whatever he is, whatever he's done, and now this is just like
way different.
Yeah.
Different than board sports,
Oh,
different
for
than
sure.
football, different than anything else, that's for sure. When did you find out he was gay?
I have one gay.
That Thailand trip is going to tell the truth.
Oh, I did not see that coming, dude.
So,
it's not him.
Yeah.
The one gay is not him.
To be determined. We'll see come this June. But yeah, I had to get it out. I've been holding that in this whole night.
Master podcast, that was masterfully done.
Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, I can imagine like watching your son go from these different sports. You know, obviously snowboarding is like an individual sport, but you've seen him. You've seen how much joy that's brought him. Like, dude just likes to get out and do his thing and be active. You know, he loves athletics. That's very clear.
Not just joy, but this sport he's excelled because he has actually been disciplined, and he's been focused, and he's put everything he had into this sport.
Yeah.
And I've seen that in him, you know, forever, for his entire, you know, youth growing up, that if he could just, and he is now. Now he is. He's disciplined and,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, I could say over, you know, my perspective, right? My perspective of what I've witnessed over the course of the last year and a half is like, this kid, he's a pretty good kid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like, at first, you know, he slept in a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't getting up early. You know, he would fucking sleep till fucking 1:50, make his first cup of coffee, almost 2 p.m.
2 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah. Good morning, good morning, past hours. But you know, it's like, but since then, it's like the more he leaned into the sport, the more I've seen him develop and be more disciplined, more structured, more driven, more focused in general, like across the board. I mean, he went from just a weekend cash gig to having essentially 3 jobs now. Right. You know what I mean? And all of that drive, I fully believe is derived from the want and desire to pursue this further.
Yes.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's
Yeah.
what it seems like to me. You know what I mean? It's like, and I can speak from my experience of, I was a full-on degenerate. You know, I was drinking and doing a bunch of dumb shit forever, and then once I got involved with really leaning into martial arts, like all that shit subsided. It stopped. You know, the only time that it, you know, kind of teetered was when my one gym closed down, and I was kind of up in the air of like, what the fuck do I do now? Then I found this team, and I've been with this team for, you know, off and on for about 11 years. Like, I had my hiatus and did some different things and went out of state and stuff like that. But now I'm back and I'm head coach, and, you know, I'm getting guys like him in here, and I'm seeing the benefit and the value that it's providing to him and giving him a clear path forward. And it's like, and you know, even more so than my experience, because I didn't have someone like me that was so ambitiously driving like culture shift and community as focused until I got with Ron and James, and like they've always been welcoming of bringing other people in. We've helped a lot of people from all over the state for fight camps and stuff like that, more than people are even aware of. But like now, it's kind of come full swing, and it's like now I'm doing even more. Like he's getting thrown into the coaching capacity. He's coaching the kids class. Right. He's getting thrown into the podcast capacity. That's something crazy and completely different than even when I was coming up doing the sport. Like there was Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? But aside from that, like the podcasting thing was still relatively new, and like now it's become more of a regular thing that some people do. Maybe they don't do it as well, but they do. Yeah, you know. But you know, he's in the coaching capacity now. He's in the fighting capacity. He's in the podcast capacity. Like he's getting more involved with everything that we're building, and he's leaning into helping everyone else on the team, and I think that attributes to playing the quarterback position for so long, and yeah, I respect the hell out of him for that. So that's super cool. So yeah, man, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, dog.
I told you about to get glazed like a donut.
Fuck yeah, bro. Dude, glaze me! Yeah, but I think what you guys were kind of starting to touch on is, yeah, there's been points in my life where I've like leaned into other sports and stuff. And you learn, like, I feel like for a lot of families, that's kind of why you put your kids in sports, is because you learn a lot of life lessons. But martial arts this journey has just been different. And I talked to Nick about this a lot. Like, a lot of those lessons that, you can learn a lot of them in other sports, but in this sport, they're right in your face. Because, if you cheat yourself, you gotta face the music.
That's true.
And yeah, and all the, you get out what you put in, and yeah, it seems like the way it translates to life in this sport compared to other sports I've played is just a lot more direct, and yeah, and there is the team aspect, and I've always loved that. That's really important to me. But in martial arts, it's a lot more individual. And the team aspect is still there, but there's not
your team isn't with you in the cage.
Your team is not with you in the cage, and because of that, you're forced to hold yourself more accountable than you're forced to in other sports. You know, and I think that's been huge for me. Like you said,
Well, you're not behind a line.
right, right.
Yeah, you're.
And I can't, if something goes wrong, I can't. It's useless to blame anybody else. To where in football, I could maybe, but that doesn't fucking help me when I get in there. To blame anybody else, you just got to take ownership and take control of that shit. And yeah, like you said, bro, from the time I first moved in to now, I feel like a totally different person, really. And a lot of those lessons I've learned from you, and I've learned here in the practice room. Yeah, just like this thing was in my head for a while of like, this person that I want to be, and I just don't really like want it. Like I was talking to you about this earlier, I don't really want to be anymore. It's just, I was talking to you about this as well. It's like this stuff doesn't surprise me anymore. This is just who I am. This is just what I do, and I attribute a ton of that to this sport. It's a special thing. It's pretty fucking
the
cool.
growth I've seen in the last year and a half. Mentally, emotionally, physically.
Yeah.
All of it is. It just blows my mind. It's a lot.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm super proud of you. I tell you that.
Yeah.
I feel good
All the time.
Yeah.
But I am. Yeah. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's life changing for the better, right? It's the betterment of self, but it's also it's caveat a little bit off like the team sport aspect, right? Like even though like you're not in there with the team, your team's behind you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But your progress, like what Dylan's always saying, like once you hit that you're up there. You're passing the ladder back down to bring the team up with you, right? And it's like that's something that regular team sports is like it's not like that. It's like you play together, but eventually like you disperse, right? And it's like you don't build together, right? It's a bit more rare, right? But this is like one of those things that it's a team sport in the practice room. You carry the weight of your team and you carry the flag of your team with pride when you get in there and you fight like hell and you showcase what you're capable of, and it speaks volumes to the room, and that room gets a bit more brighter lights on it, and it provides even more opportunities for the ones that are behind you, and that's really dope to see. So I'm excited to see like you get these opportunities early on, man. I think you're ready for it. I wouldn't put you in there if I didn't. I fully believe in your ability to get it done. I really like your odds in this fight, in my personal humble opinion. And I, you know me to try to be as objective as I possibly can be, but I do like your odds in this fight. Like I said, man, just get in there, be violent, do your fucking thing. But obviously, the fighter makes a ton of sacrifices in camp. I know that that's pretty commonly spoken about. But what I want to kind of touch on now is like the sacrifices you make. 'Cause I know that you set time aside to come to practice. I know you set time aside to help with meal prep and deliver meal prep to him and make sure that you're checking in on him and making sure he's in the right headspace and all
making
that
sure the
kind of
weight's
stuff.
coming off and
Yeah. So
always me about the weight.
always about the weight. Daily check-in. Yeah, I just want him to be healthy as possible. I know that when people cut weight, sometimes they can end up in the hospital because they're, not doing it properly.
Yeah.
And I just, my biggest thing was, okay, if you're going to do this, let's do it healthy. So we researched meal prep. We found a meal plan that works. And so we've just kind of stuck with that and make his food.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Make sure that, we've got it kind of dialed in.
Yeah.
Took a minute, but it's...
It really didn't take that long. I feel like we kind of nailed it the first time. And just have kind of like slightly tweaked it as we've gone on and just gotten better and better.
Small refinements.
Yeah.
I think
but he's spending so much time training, and I want to be as supportive as I can.
Yeah.
And so I can cook.
Yeah.
I can cook for him.
Yeah. I mean, that's something
that
I think is really cool, right? Because I never had that other than like baby mama back in the day, but now she's way too busy with all the kids and shit.
Yeah.
But but like seeing you find ways to be involved and commit yourself to the journey as much as you have is pretty cool to see. So kudos to you, much respect to you.
I couldn't imagine not supporting him, especially when it's this healthy.
Well, I mean,
You
we
know,
have guys that don't get support. Like I won't drop them by name, but like my boy, he knows what I'm talking about. But you know what I mean? Like there's certain people
yeah,
that like their families like don't support it at all because they don't understand what the sport is and they think it's just this chaotic
violent.
violent
Yeah,
thing, right? But
yeah.
it's like what they don't see is like the camaraderie that is
It's
behind the
family.
scenes.
You
Yeah,
guys
and
are
they
family.
yeah, and they don't see like the guy that I'm speaking about, right? Fuck, I'll just say his name. Armin. Shout out Armin. Okay. Like his family isn't as supportive as say like you per se, right? His family thinks he's crazy for doing it. They think he's stupid for doing it. That he should pursue something else, right? And I know plenty of others that have been treated the same likeness to that regard, right? And when I see someone's family like fully lean in and fully support it and like take the time to find ways to be involved and show they care and show they have concern, I think it's super dope. And like I've seen you guys show up to every fight that he's had,
Mhm.
right? And that's cool. Like you find a way to be there, no matter how far or inconvenient it might be, right? Like you made it a point to be there, and that's really cool.
So far, I've been able to
Yeah,
be at every one. I
yeah,
mean, he's traveling, and
yeah.
you know,
It might
I
start
don't
getting harder.
might start getting harder.
But
And then I was worried about food. I'm like, okay, well, what's the plan for food? Because
Oh yeah. Dude, she's like, you might maybe just have your carry on be the food bag, and I was like, no, we'll figure it out. We're gonna be okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna eat? I need to know the plan. If I know the plan, then I'll be okay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
he's a good sport. He helps me calm down too. I think in that regard. So
yeah,
I just can't imagine not supporting him when he's come this far.
I don't know if you know how much that helps, because the not having to worry about that and just knowing that we have a system and the weight is gonna fall off, that takes so much out of just what I gotta put my energy into thinking of, and I can put all that energy into just focusing on just getting better, improving.
Well, working all day, working in the day, very small break before coming in and training all night.
mm.
When do you have time?
Yeah. I used
You
to deal
know,
with it. It was hard
so
for sure. It was difficult.
yeah,
I had to find different ways of doing things. But once you find your rhythm, it's
yeah.
you get it, and it just might not be as exciting, right? It might not, like sometimes those meals were incredibly fucking bland, and you fucking hated it. But it's like you're not eating for pleasure; you're eating
Right.
for result, right? And that's what it was. But I see him; he at least got some flavor to what he's eating,
Hmm.
right? Because like when I
Yeah.
like I've done it, it's like people are
Boiled chicken breast.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people are amazed when I tell them I have fought from every weight class from like 145 to 185, and it's like I'll never fight at 85 again. But I did one time off the couch, soft and chubby. But never am I doing that again. But to make it to 145, I had to be incredibly disciplined with the diet, and I had to work full time. Right, and this is when I was single, and like I didn't have like a support system on this shit. So you know what I mean. So like I had to figure out other means of doing things. And that shit was fucking bland, dude. It was bad. And I've cut weight every wrong way you could. You know what I mean? So like I've learned all the terrible habits that you shouldn't do before I learned like what made sense and what could work, right? So it's cool to see him get locked in early on and not have to deal with those struggles. So props to you, mom.
Thanks.
Big ups on that one.
That's the way I get to be involved. So
Yeah.
that's an easy one.
I think without like the help from you and the help from Nick, and not just you and Nick, but everybody, my brother, my cousins, my dad, everybody, and Nick's family as well, and everybody in the
Grandpa,
practice room,
Uncle
grandpa,
Phil.
Uncle Phil, yeah,
Yeah.
everybody. That's the reason why these opportunities have come as fast as they have, and we've been able to make these strides, is because of it's not just working hard. It's that plus all the support, all of it coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Without one piece of that gone, it doesn't happen the way it's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 100%. It's a team
I
effort.
have to have support in the in the stands.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I do.
But yeah,
You know,
it's
even my sister-in-law who is, you know, yoga, Maya, love her to pieces. But I mean, she's like my calm.
Mm,
You know, she sits next to me, and I'm like, okay, here we
yeah,
go. Here we go.
yeah. It's a lot sometimes when
Mhm.
you're, you know. Obviously, I haven't had any of my children fight because they're
A
little,
little bit
right?
too
But
small right now.
yeah, but um, you know, sweating and bleeding with the same team for over a decade, like you get kind of pretty emotionally invested in their journey, and I know what that's like. And it's like I tell these guys all the time. I'm like when I fight or when I did fight, it didn't bother me as much because I was just thinking about myself in the time that I was doing it. But now that I'm on the flip side of it and being in the coaching capacity, and I'm just pouring into everyone on the team, I'm making sure that they're ready and making sure they're getting what they need and finding opportunities for them. It's like I'm clearly invested in your journey. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this shit. Like I
Right.
ain't doing this for money. I'm doing this out of love, right? So it's like
Yeah.
clearly I'm invested. Like even if I come off mean at times, it's because I care. Like you know what I mean. It's like, and if you can't have thick skin, you're not ready for combat sports. Okay, because like the ebb and flow, the peaks and valleys of combat sports is far harder and far more vast than other things. Like we were talking about this, I think, what 2 days ago, 3 days ago, we were talking about you're driving the ball field, you have a bad play, you can't live in the fucking past, you can't live in that play. You got another play, you immediately have to go run, right? But you see people that are in combat sports that maybe they fumble and they're stuck on that fumble for months, weeks, months, sometimes longer. I've seen guys, fumble and not bounce back and not come back to the sport at all and just go MIA. I've seen it. And it
Hmm.
was people that we trained
Well, I
with.
think that's how Nick got hooked up with you guys in the first place.
Yeah.
Same exact scenario.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's grown exponentially since then, right?
Hmm.
And speaking of which, like, you know, when I
Well, your
got him,
buddy.
he had long hair.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was
Yeah.
bit of a scrub. Now look at him. I
Now
see a completely different
he's got a
person.
mustache and a mullet
Damn right.
instead of
Yeah.
braids.
It's that synergy. It's the synergy stash mom. Dylan's got one too. We're rocking them. We're rocking them tough. But like I see someone completely different.
Oh, yeah.
Completely different from when I first met him. Like and it's insane. Like and I'm really proud of him. But I'm curious, like, what do you see now that you look at him?
He went from my boy to he's a man, you know. Whew. Yeah, he's fully a man. There's not he's not, there's no baby boy there. He will always be my baby boy, but when I look at him I see a man now.
Oh boy. That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm just so proud of him.
Yeah, he's not as much of a bitch anymore. That's good.
No.
I agree.
Yeah, dude, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I genuinely am proud of you, sincerely. Like I've
Mhm.
seen you grow a shit ton. I can't speak enough volumes to that. Like you are far more driven, far more motivated, and far more capable now that you are so locked in and focused on what you're doing. Now you have a sense of purpose, right? A sense of belonging, a sense of community, a sense of purpose, drive, right? Like all that stuff comes a whole lot easier when you have those things, right? So it's cool to see, man. Again, like I can't say I'm proud of you enough, right? Because that's the truth. Um, but now that you see that, right? And it's like you feel he's ready for what's coming up.
Oh, I know he's ready. I know that he's trained, I'll call him, he'll be like, I can't talk, I'm running, So I know he's ready. And I know that you guys wouldn't put him in a situation where he's just gonna go get, like,
Yeah,
I trust you guys too. I've been around you enough to
That's a
know
mistake.
that.
I'm just kidding. No, yeah, I
But
appreciate that.
you guys
I
have his
appreciate that.
back, and
Fully.
like what second fight 2. He's going in to fight a guy that has fought for 3 years, and he's been training for 3 months, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
No.
Like I didn't say that outwardly, but
You
like,
said it with your eyes. I saw it.
like what?
I felt it.
What? And then Maddie is back behind the camera right now, but I would be like, is he good, Maddie? What's going on? Is he all right? Is everything good? And then he went out there and it was like a split decision loss.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Small tweaks, he would have won that fight.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And if he did it now, then a completely different result.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So after that, I was like, okay, well, I just got to cook back or sit back and be mom and cook food and try my hardest to just be a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig that, and I can see that. I've seen a ton of growth in you as well, like that, and your comfortability with the sport and being in the situation. Because I remember you may have not said it, you may have not vocalized it, but I definitely saw it. I remember the interaction of like
grabbing on you when you're walking by me, like
yeah, I remember it. But now, like when I see you, it's far different. Like your posture, your demeanor, the look on your face, the presence of which you present is completely shifted as well. So I've seen a ton of evolution in just you being involved and seeing him grow and getting more comfortable and familiar with the space and the sport that he's competing in, and that's really cool too. With that being said, though, I know you fully trust us, right? But what's your biggest worry with him going into this situation?
Head injuries. That's my biggest.
He got more in football than he's going to get doing this.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Think about the difference between this and football. In football, or let me go the other way. In fighting, if I get my bell rung bad, probably the fight's gonna be over. In football, I remember so many times where my head's spinning. I'm like looking at where I'm at, and then you get up and then you run the next fucking play.
Right.
That can happen a few times in the same game.
Yeah.
Get up, Nick!
Yeah.
Get on the play,
Bring some smelling salts real quick. Fucking come on. So, yeah. It seems a lot more brutal, a lot more violent, but in a lot of ways, I think it's maybe safer than football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, from the outside looking in, it may not seem like that, but
yeah.
Which also too, actually, as a fighter, this just kind of dawned on me. But you kind of experience that same thing as a fighter as well. Like it seems way more chaotic, but when you really think about it, the sport's come a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not headbutts and head stomps and grab punching in the nuts. Remember that one fight?
Yeah.
So yeah. It's pretty pure as far as just it's hand-to-hand combat, but no one's trying to die here. That's kind of the attitude you have going into it. You're ready to go out on your shield, but you trust your preparation, you trust your coaches have lined you up with a winnable fight or an opponent that you're ready for, and you trust the ref to do his job. So
yeah, and my biggest concern was always like, how are you going to handle both sides of the coin, right? Because winning is like okay, I can walk away with that win and that's easy, right? But it's like that stuff I said. Like sometimes people fall off. They might have a fumble and then they just fall completely off. But I'm proud of Nick and I'm taking it with stride. Like he was, he lost that last fight, but he didn't take damage at all.
I was so happy.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
that was the best loss.
Right. So like
being a mom,
he took
you could have had.
Yeah, but he took 0 damage, but he was right back to work like immediately. Like as soon as we got into the back, we were already running through the scenario again and going over the very small, like minuscule miscalculations.
Yeah, well, he almost had it twice.
Yeah, he almost secured a couple different subs, and that's huge. And to not take damage and then just get right back in, but then be presented an opportunity like this and then just be like, fuck it, I'm all in on it. Let's run it. Not moping around and woe is me, right? Like that doesn't do shit for nobody, especially not yourself. So I'm proud of him
The
for that.
resilience. Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm proud of him for that. So that makes me like way more comfortable going into any situation because, um,
Well, he learned so much
yeah,
from that last.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. And
that
I
last
don't
one.
think the miscalculations will occur again. Like he listened well even when we were in that moment and almost secured the win.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually maybe we'll run that back and maybe teach a tough lesson to someone else. But we'll see what's up. But that being said, what would we need to see if he wins this fight on such a big scale? I mean,
When?
When he wins?
Yeah. So
When he wins?
yeah. So he's
Yeah.
going to Las Vegas. He's competing on a very well-known promotion, a very large promotion
Mm-hmm.
on UFC Fight Pass. And Las Vegas is the fight capital of the world, essentially, next
Yeah.
to maybe Dubai, right? Because,
Yeah.
but you know, what I mean, but it's like that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
That's a huge win for him if he takes it home.
Yeah, I'm stoked to watch.
Same.
Yeah, my sister's flying in from Missouri.
Mm.
My cousin's coming up from Arizona, so we got a good little cheering section. You know, I win or lose, probably gonna win.
Yeah.
I just whatever the outcome is, he will grow from. So just watching it and watching it all unfold
Mm-hmm.
is pretty cool. But
Yeah.
I think he's got it. I've watched him train, and I think he's ready.
I agree.
I think he's ready.
I fully agree.
Yeah, I'm stoked. It would be like I'll cry.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll cry if he wins because that's usually what happens. Like,
yeah.
I'm so proud that I'm just like.
How will it feel when you get to hold the belt?
How what?
How will it feel when you get to hold the belt?
Are you gonna bring it to me?
Yeah.
For me to hold?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just so proud. I'm so proud.
That's how I feel, is that this is not my moment. This is everybody's moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I know, like, you've had some rough patches early on in life, right?
Yeah.
You guys,
Oh yeah. I mean, we grew up together.
yeah. Yeah, right. So I've heard, right? So it's like to know that and see how far you've come in your journey in your personal life and how far he's come just within this past year and a half to get to a stage that big in such a quick amount of time, fighting for a world title fight on a UFC Fight Pass card.
That's huge. It's huge.
That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
To me, that's like
You're doing it.
you're doing your thing.
Doing your thing.
Yeah. What would you want him to hear from you going into this fight?
For real?
Yeah, for real.
Knock him out. Hurt him. Hurt him is all I want you to do. I want
Cue
you to
the
hurt
LL
him.
Cool J.
Absolutely.
Hurt that boy. And bring home that belt.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I'll pray for him after he's hurt.
I dig it. I respect that. I mean, like Kamaru Usman's mom's like, very, very kind woman from what I've seen in, clips of them interacting with opponents in the back and stuff like that. So that's cool. I respect that.
I love the camaraderie in the sport too, because these guys are going out, they're giving it their all, and you think that they do want to just kill each other, and maybe that's the goal. I don't know. I've never been in the ring fighting, but when they're done, they're hugging each other, they're telling them a good job, just like at the fight last night. There's a fight that Nick had here not too long ago. The guy saw Nick sitting at the side of the cage and like dapped him up through the cage,
right?
And Nick beat him at his last fight here. So, like that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
Within the sport that, yeah, you are trying to hurt each other and you're trying to win, but
that's just
at the end of the day,
yeah.
You're still just gonna dap each other up, and
it's like the gnarlier the fight,
the more respect.
Yeah. The more each competitor is giving everything they have to win, the more each competitor is going to learn from it.
Yeah.
And so the more respect that's shared, and the more like it's more than respect. It's like I appreciate you for that.
Yeah,
You know what
well,
I
you know, it's like iron sharpens iron. You
Mhm.
need adversity to rise to the occasion, and if you don't
Yeah.
have the adversity, you can't rise. So, that's something that I always kind of kept in mind. And something else too is like, your opponent's not your enemy. I've never had to think, I hate this guy or anything like that.
Right.
Like I'm not. I don't think like that. I just think we're here for the same reason,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to be on the A side and not be on the B side, and
So I gotta do what it takes to be on the fucking A side.
and by any means fucking necessary, and then you got to be violent. You know, violence of
Mhm.
action, right?
Yeah.
Control the situation and set the tone early, and then keep it in your favor. You know, so
So if you get this belt, then you go back and defend it, right? So when you
Assuming.
win this belt, then you get to go back and like, defend
Usually,
the title.
that's how it works. Yeah.
So that would be pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah. We already have something lined up
Man,
for May. But with that being said, though, to answer that question, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm just focused on Friday right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else.
Jeez, yeah, Friday
yeah, yeah. I'm excited
comes
for you,
up
man.
fast. Yeah,
I'm
same.
looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
Nick always comes fast, but to practice.
I
I
don't
mean,
know
to
if I
practice.
should be in this conversation.
But dude, hearing all that from your mom on a real note, like hearing all that from your mom, what's going through your head? Hearing that, her perspective on everything, and how she feels, and the pride she has in you, and all that.
Um, just feels good to make her proud. Yeah. I sometimes I ask myself like, what is, outside of myself, why do I do this? Because it makes sense internally why I do this. I have a competitive spirit. Um, all the lessons like we talk about that I've learned from this and that I continue to learn from this, that's pretty easy to navigate and understand. But outwardly, why do I do this? What am I giving to everybody else by doing all this? And I remember I had a conversation when I was still snowboarding one time. Uh, Super hippie buddy of mine named Temple. Shout out Temple. He was just
That's a
like,
super hippie name, dude.
oh yeah, bro was super funny though. I remember, I forget what he was saying right before, but it was just some complete like nonsense bullshit. And then like on the drop of a dime, he just switches gears and he goes, "Hey Nick, if you could only be remembered for one thing after you die, what would it be?" Just right after saying a bunch of horseshit. But I remember I didn't have to think very long. I was like, I would like to be known for bringing the best out of everyone around me. And so I think outwardly, the reason why I do this is because this gives me, like I said, in this sport, all those life lessons that you learn are right in your face. And in the same way, in a very parallel way, this sport gives you such an intense way of inspiring people around you. When you're invested in somebody and you see him make that walk and you see him get in there, you like a piece of you is in there as well. So for me to embody courage and intensity, and like we talked about as well, some of like the deeper things, the lessons that you learn in life and those virtues that you hold so near and dear, you also have to be willing to fight for those things. It's not enough just to like feel them, you know? So that's one of my biggest driving forces behind all this, is this gives me an opportunity to inspire all the people around me. So that's what I feel hearing all this from my mom is, I'm doing that, and that feels, yeah, that feels.
Yeah, I dig that, man. Because do you never like the something that I learned throughout my journey when I was actively competing. Because obviously, like a bit more about me on a personal level, and like my background, and like the people I used to hang out with, and their lives didn't go so well, right? And I've had a lot of people contact me that I had no idea were even paying attention throughout that journey. And this is kind of like going back to what you're saying of inspiring other people and bringing out the best in others around you, right? You never know who's watching. You never know who you're inspiring, right? And even you on your worst day might be someone's wish to have as their best day, right? And that's something that I think is pretty dope. You know, and I see you killing it with the kids program, man, and that's super cool. You know, like you're inspiring like a whole group of kids right now. Um, you know, and that's not an easy task to do, to juggle that many kids.
It's been a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah.
We're having fun though.
Yeah. So, I mean, luckily you got Maddie coming in.
Yeah, shout out, man.
So she's gonna be helping you out after this fight, so that'll be cool, man. But yeah, man, you never know who's watching, and because of that, you never know who you're inspiring. You know,
Right.
and you never know the level of impact and how much reach you actually could have, right? And that's, you know, it's kind of like what we talked about before. Is like, if I could just throw the rock into the pond to create the ripple of change, and it lives beyond than that even my own lifespan, then I feel like I did something worthwhile. You know what I mean? And so I respect the hell out of that. So
Thank you.
much love, man.
Likewise.
I'm fucking stoked for this fight, dude. I can't say that enough.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see you get down. I'm excited for Dylan's fight as well.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm excited to have both of you on a good show together. You guys have been locked in all camp. You both have been fucking killing it. You're both looking really good. I like the odds for both of you guys. I see a path to success and a path to victory for both of you. So I think it's going to be a good night for us. But yeah, man, proud of you, dude.
Thank you, bro.
Proud of you.
It's been an honor, dude.
Yeah, let's keep rocking. May 16th, I got him a Moist title fight.
Another one. Yeah.
Yep, he's fighting a guy that's currently the regional, national, international WKA champ. So back to back strap season.
Hey, I'm excited that there's not, back-to-back weight cuts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. I get to eat a little bit.
You get to eat.
Yeah. Not as restrictive. You can still go up a little bit in weight, which is good. So I also like that fight for him as well. So yeah. Really pushing forward and locking in. So I'm excited to keep training them and keep them growing and making more noise. And
yeah, I just feel honored to have a inside look at all of it.
Yeah.
At the fights, the growth,
yeah.
Well, it's like a backstage pass.
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, you got to see like his personal development journey, but I mean, even the conception of this, the conception of the brand, essentially, like you watched everything.
I watched all of it. Yeah, and you guys are just you continue to grow. I'm proud of you too.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Never heard that before.
So, that's cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, you do get a really interesting look. That's why I thought this would be kind of a cool conversation to have, because you have got to see the conception of the podcast, the promotion we're running, like the trajectory that he's on, his personal development, all that. So yeah, it's been cool. And
the rest of the team.
Yeah. I mean, you get to see everyone's growth. Yeah. So it's cool to see see you in here and being willing to do this and being willing to share your side of the story. Yeah. Hopefully, it wasn't too weird for you.
I mean, the gay joke maybe.
Oh,
you thought that was weird.
Just wait until June. Time will tell.
Oh, the content we're about to get in Thailand, dude.
No, I don't think it's too weird. I'm just, I'm excited to be here and just to be a part of this and watch you guys be a part. Like I get a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Of all of it, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah. Nick prefers the brown eye view. Bud Eagle. Bud Eagle. That's a new term we came up with the other night. We were watching some Viking show. Like the Blood Eagle. But a way gayer version of Bud Eagle. Yeah. So, but anyways, enough of the gay jokes. But Yeah, no, I sincerely appreciate you being involved and being around and supporting him and I mean you were just hanging out with Kimmy during the fights and that was cool, so I appreciate that.
Did you let her take her cotton candy home?
She like killed that back here. Like I think there was like that much left in the bag when I found it. Like, Jesus, girl.
That's why she got to stay up all night.
Yeah. I took her to
Sugar
sushi after
high.
too. So yeah, we went to sushi over there at the spot we hit after fight nights, and yeah, she was partying all night. She was hanging out with Madison over there, just eating sushi, and then eventually she was like, the sugar high started to wear off, and she was like, "Okay, I'm ready to leave now. I'm ready to sleep." All right, cool. And then as soon as we got in the car, she did.
Yeah.
Hey, when I got home, I had to pull her out of the car. I'm like, "Where the hell are your shoes?" Like, shoes are off. She's just in the back, no shoes, just sleeping with a butterfly painted on her face, and yeah, it was funny. But yeah, she's a good kid. So I appreciate hanging out with her though, and looking out and doing that. You're cool. I like it.
Your kids are cool.
Yeah. Well, they think you're pretty cool too. So yeah, they seem to like you.
Hi guys.
Yeah, no, because I mean, Nick's been living at the house for over a year and a half now. So like we've grown to be pretty close, with you guys.
Yeah.
So kids too, like they like you guys. So.
Yeah, Yoshi even waved at me today.
Yeah.
The actual wave.
That kid's crazy. Just wait till he tries to box you though. He's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, man, you got any closing thoughts?
Go get them.
Strap season, baby. Let's do it
tomorrow. So next time I see you, will be in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Probably after the fight.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Do the damn thing.
Fucking
Yes, man.
Bring home that belt.
Yes, man.
Bud Eagle this man. Oh yeah, bro. How about you, man? Closing thoughts?
Thank you, Maddie. Yeah, let's do it.
Takes a village, man. Shout out to the whole fucking squad, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sincerely proud, of you, obviously, but everyone that's been leaning into to the growth and development of what we're building right now has been incredible. There's still some people that are kind of outliers and not fully leaning in, but the ones that are leaning in are hitting strides, big leaps of improvement. Yeah, man, I'm fucking stoked and proud of all of you, man. So you're one of many success stories to come, I think. So let's keep it moving, keep it rocking, and yeah. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We're gonna wrap this up and get up out of here so Nick can get some sleep because he's got to get up at the ass crack of dawn to get that flight to Vegas. And Miss Darcy's got work and life to live, so we will let her do that. But yeah, peace.